Today's video, guys, is going to be around just the Turo market overall, my impressions in the Atlanta market, and what direction I think we're going to be headed towards in the short future. So last video I did was around Turo and the IPO announcement that they're going to go ahead and do a filing to go public.
20 vision, I want all the loot. 2020 vision, I want all the loot. I'm talking be my all clean, fit too mean, finger all shiny on my baby's diamond ring. I was on a high till I caught onto the scene. Swear I lost my heart when I fell in love with things. Rookie year went broke like Jalen Rose. Got the price, sold my soul to the things I own. Switched up, locked in and got my mind right. Prioritizing, got my business and my time right.
What is up, Innovation family? How's everybody doing today? It's me, Brandon, your friend, your neighbor, your host, back with another video from Innovation Property Atlanta. I know it's been a couple weeks since I filmed the actual longer video on the Turo topics, but I've been doing a lot more short videos, just kind of having some fun, going around looking at some different cars that are in the market and kind of doing some pricing around how much those vehicles cost. As a used car market is still crazy right now when it comes to pricing. But before jumping to any updates that I have, guys, remember to like my video as always. Show me some love. Please talk about my channel with your friends and your family who's interested in doing Turo, and we'll go from there. Also hit that notification button, guys, so you guys are not tuned in for when I drop out more videos from Innovation Property Atlanta. So today's video, guys, is going to be around just the Turo market overall, my impressions in the Atlanta market, and what direction I think we're going to be headed towards in the short future. So last video I did was around Turo and the IPO announcement that they're going to go ahead and do a filing to go public sometime in the next couple of months. So they want to become a public company and start allowing people to buy shares of the company on the New York Stock Exchange. So that's a good thing from a big company standpoint. Now, how does that impact you guys? It just all depends on, the reason you're into Turo as far as a host and how you look at the rental car game as a whole. For me, I've been doing rental cars with Turo for the last 3.5, going on 4 years. So I'm kind of experienced on how this works. I'm not going anywhere for at least a couple more years, hopefully. I still got my fleet of cars, still doing about 18, 19 cars on the Turo platform. So today I want to share how I kind of look at my metrics when it comes to the demand in the Atlanta market and kind of how I place preference or presence, I should say, on how much I'm pricing my vehicles, along with understanding the demand and what's going on in the economy. Right now, it's just slow, guys, overall in most cities and across the United States when it comes to a lot of hospitality and travel industries as a whole. So the car rental game is slow in a lot of cities, not just in Atlanta. But in Atlanta as a whole, I went ahead and pulled some metrics up, and I'm going to have it going on the side by side. Next thing while I'm talking is Sharealytics, which is basically a website I use to judge each city's market as far as demand and how they're doing overall. So for Atlanta, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'm going to have it scrolling, like I said, playing while I'm talking. Right now, overall for Atlanta, demand is just really low compared to how many cars are on the platform. For Sharealytics, it basically breaks down Turo and it breaks down Get Around too, as far as they're bunched together. So overall in Atlanta, I think Turo is about 90%, 88% of the car rental market or peer-to-peer sharing market in Atlanta, and Get Around is like 12%, 11%. So Turo's huge down here in Atlanta as far as the market share. So I think there's over maybe 2,700 cars on Turo right now in Atlanta. And it gives you a grade too as far as how the market is doing in Atlanta in terms of demand and its overall market grade. And I think Atlanta is like a B-, C+ when it comes to even having high interest in people renting cars off of Turo. So it's a decent market, but it's not the best market when it comes to Turo overall. And then it also breaks it down, like how many cars are on the platform by sedan, SUV, coupe, how many all-star hosts are on the platform, which I think in Atlanta is like about 275 to 300 all-star hosts that are on the platform. Maybe it was like 700, but you guys can see when you guys, me showing it next side by side. I don't have it in front of me. But then it also talks about the different extras that people are charging for, what they get kind of upgrades or badges for too. for having different incentives to being a Turo host and things they charge for upgrades. So it breaks down a lot of this stuff in the Atlanta market when it comes to analytics. So I follow analytics and statistics when it comes to business. I mean, you got to go off the facts and what's going on in your city and your market. So every market is different, like I said, but in Atlanta, it's just been slow the last 6, 7, 8 months ever since summer broke. It hasn't been the best for me personally, revenue-wise, the last 2 or 3 months. I thought for New Year's, for sure, it was going to bounce back and be a lot more busier. But with the variants and then traveling, people traveling down as far as corporate and day-to-day travel has been down here too, as far as hospitality services, like I mentioned. So check out while it's scrolling, guys, and you guys have any questions, feel free to shoot me any questions in the comment section or DM me on Instagram or any other platform you guys find me at. We can talk through some of this stuff and I can break down the video for you guys. But yeah, this is kind of how it works. Follow your metrics, follow your revenue guide, price your cars accordingly, and hopefully you guys can survive the next, couple months while it picks back up, hopefully. But there's no guarantee, guys. Atlanta right now, like I mentioned, has over 2,500, 3,000 cars on the platform. So we're a pretty big amount compared to demand what's going on. So there's not enough travelers right now or people that really want to rent cars. So the demand is really low. So that's today's update, guys. I'll be back when I can to shoot these longer videos and kind of drop gems and just check in with you guys. But until then, I'll be doing short videos on IG, TikTok, and here on YouTube. So if you guys have a good night, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for tuning in.
That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hate plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information.